All right. I'm live here. I'm live here.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Do it.
You're not on right now. You're not on the screen. So.
Why? It looks so pretty.
Yeah, you do. But you're not on right now. All right. I'm live on here for a little after hours session. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I've been sitting here next to my lady friend as she's been reading her new book. I could have kept streaming if she was just gonna read her dang book all night long, but she can't get her eyes out of the new Hunger Games book. Shout out Suzanne Collins. It's apparently a great read.
Maybe she's watching.
Maybe she's watching Learning to Code right now. Oh, that's YouTube TV. Oops. Oh shoot. Hold on, pop out. Copy website. Probably got a double echo going right now. Hold on. Alright. That should take care of it. Let's go in here. Jeez, can't type. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Oh, this is gonna do it all funkily. Because I am... Make it a little bit bigger. Top there, that's fine. I'll cut off the top. Hey Eric, how's it going? How much can you can't see that. It starts to cut off when I get above there. Should I cut off the bottom then? Guess you don't need to see the bottom. The bottom's probably not as important. Let's go cut off right there. Hey Eric, how's it going? No, not yet. No software engineer yet, but maybe someday in the future. All right, you guys. Hopefully I got that all set up. Let's go ahead and take a stab at this. Hey, your phone. Can you go to my stream real quick?
Got the notice. Oh no, someone else.
Oh, someone else. How is the? Let's see how the format is.
Come here.
Yeah, that looks good. Got my kitty here with me. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. All right, let's go ahead and get some tunes pulled up here. This one already. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what I got going here. Don't have my phone with me, so I won't be able to see chat here. I guess I'll use my ladies. Alright, there we go. Got chat loaded up. Alright, let's get this going here. So I got the database to respond front end and back end together here. So what I did was I have my inventory class. So this is my inventory tab right here. At the bottom of it, I have my event functions. I have add item. So this is for the add item event function, right? So add item, we try to get go to the self.date purchased entry. That's where I'm housing the entry label, or the entry widget. I'm getting the value from that, and then if I don't get anything from that, I raise a value error. So what I need to do though is I need to validate that that is the correct format. So what I'm going to do is I've already written functions in that original 1.0, so implementing these checks should be fairly easy. So let's do set date created. There's going to be no while loop here anymore. Right. So we'll go down, we'll bring this back. Delete this. Or wait, I don't want to, hold on. I don't want to do anything to this function in here. Just cause I don't want to edit in here. I want to take this entire, I'll edit inside of the auxiliary. So I created this auxiliary auxiliary pi, where I'm basically throwing in all of the additional functions here that I created in my other ones for like the validation checks. And so now I'll edit in here. So set date created takes in a date, and this is going to be not set date created but check date, right? We're going to delete all of this. Delete this. Delete this. We're gonna go from our import datetime. Okay. We're gonna bring all this back. Delete this. Bring this back. Delete. Okay, so now we have custom date created. We're gonna go try. And then do date here. No, checked date. Takes in date here. Try to strip it to check this. Except for a value error. Right. cool. So that gives us the check date now. So inventory tab, I'll go here and say on the so the check date should just raise the error, else return none. We don't want to return so what does this actually do? Oh. What does this datetime function do? This line converts a string date into datetime object. So we want to return the check date as true. So I don't want to return the date in a datetime object, but a string. Then I just return true to keep the original if check passes. Yes, you're just validate, then you don't need to convert it, you can just do something like try datetime strip time, return true, accept value, return false.
J'aime beaucoup la danse. Une danse.
I'll leave it as a string, and then we'll accept for value or print this. Return none. So in here, if you get a date, right, say, so in here, try this, except for a value error, return none. So if you get the value error, so we'll say equals,
J'aime beaucoup la danse.
What do we want to equal here? We want to equal to the check date on date purchased. So if not, then raise value error. So accept for value error. We don't want to pass. return false. So if you try to add
it's inevitable that you will meet a failure or two or three or four. At the same time,
Okay.
the art itself, the product of that.
So now what we have is
The paradigm
the item is being checked for the date. It's also being, we need to make sure it's in the right size. So come here to our small business manager. We have the cost, we already have the name. Size. Copy this. Go to auxiliary. Here, check size.
surreal, more real than reality itself.
Available sizing is going to be, for now, a list.
Surreal, more real than reality
And then we'll
itself.
say,
It's
wait,
just
we'll need to
too
open that up,
difficult,
right?
Too complex to really describe. Surreal, more real than reality itself. A dash of cubism and a dollop of Matisse. Surreal, more real than reality itself.
So then we have the business pie sizes here. Take this array. Paste that here. Well, true, we don't need to do that.
Than reality itself. A dash of
So this
cubism.
just gives us size here in terms of stir.
Surreal, more real than reality itself. It's just too difficult
Item size,
to describe.
don't need to do that. Item size upper.
Itself.
If item size lower, no, we don't need that. If item size not in available sizing, print this, return false, else return item size, return none. Hey Glenn, appreciate you for coming in. Thanks for the message. What you learning? What are you researching and what are you studying? Let me know, Glenn. Appreciate you for jumping in. You're awesome, man. Yeah, so we're gonna check the size. We'll return none, or return the size, right? So let's go to our inventory here. When we get a size here, we get it. We're gonna check it. Item size is equal to check size on item size, right? That'll return none or the size back to us. If not, you raise an error. So the check item cost, go back to auxiliary, return cost, except for value error, we print this, we're gonna return, we're gonna print that to the console and return none. And return none there. Return cost. We don't need error message 2. Cost is going to be a stir. So now if we have, hey Zanab, welcome back in, dude. What you working on? What you studying this evening? Happy Sunday evening to you. 11 p.m. PST for me. Okay, so now in our inventory, what I can do now is I'm calling, I need to change this. I wanted to not set is check cost. Alright, and then this will have to be check cost here. We can call this now here, because if we get none, this will still try. If it gets a value error, it'll return back none on the check cost, right? So if you give in our auxiliary, if you give it a none for a cost here, like if you give none equals cost, this won't pass, right? Else try to convert it to an integer, and then can do dollars to cents, and then if you get a value error, which you'll get none there, then you return none. So I guess we could just say right off the jump, if cost is none, return cost if cost is none, else no, so actually we'll say if cost is none, return cost, just right off the jump. We don't need to do all that. So then I know we gained like 7 or so subs during tonight's stream, so we're catching back into the YouTube algorithm, hopefully. It was dropping, yeah, 1.62K. It's going, we're growing pretty nicely. Slow and steady, grinding up ahead here, building our projects. All right, so we have that now. Let's go to inventory. So now we have check cost, which will return back none or the correct cost. Return true. I want to see what it says about this. What do you think about this func? Your function is structured, well structured, but I see a few areas where you can improve it. You're validating user input using helper functions, check date, check size, check cost, which helps keep the function clean. More descriptive exception handling. Right now you're handling any value error without specifying what went wrong. I want to ensure the UI. Well, if it fails, we don't need to do this because we return false right at the jump. So we'll say this. So let's go app.py, let's run. Okay, so now we have this. That didn't save my... Two. Okay. So if I add an item here, date, test, description, test, size, medium, cost, 10. Let's test an incorrect date format. Error, invalid date, and that did not add the item. Woohoo! Error, invalid date input, please required format. Okay, so let's give 2025 10-02, or let's give today's date 03-23. Date description, test size, let's do test for this one. Address. Right, so if this, now this should give us an error. Error, perfect. Available sizes. Nice. So what we could do is we could add a message indicator here at the bottom to ensure success or not. And we could have that message update with the information. I think that's what we'll do. So at the bottom of these frames, we'll put little message indications, and if it's successful or not, we'll indicate the errors there. So now if we go, size is a medium, cost, let's say cost is ABC, add item. Error, please use positive integers. Yes. Coming along, it's working. And now if I give a proper cost of $12.56, add. Boom! It got added. Yes! Woohoo! Nice. Okay. So the thing is though, is if I exit this, it doesn't save. When I add items and exit the UI, it does not save DB. Is that because I am closing a window? It sounds like your database changes aren't being committed before you exit. So in the add item, it commits on the insert. Okay, so the database manager class. Hey Prax, what's going on, dude? Hey Ryan, yeah, it's starting to come together, isn't it awesome? I'm just on the couch sitting here with my girlfriend while she's reading her book. So we're supposed to be hanging out, but she's bookworming. No, it's okay. She's reading the new Hunger Games book. And you guys like that series? Right? So what I'll do is, let's make sure we're good here on stream. Yeah, looks good. So what I'll do is in my add item to inventory here, I'm going to call db.commit self.db.commit. Here. Okay. So this will return item added. Item added successfully. Item to database to inventory. Okay. That returns a string back after committing. So an inventory tab. When we call add item to inventory on this, it'll return back a value to us. Message is equal to print message. So this will also return back to us now, as well as adding to inventory a success, else raise this error. How does it like that? It looks good, but if you're using something maybe if your app closes before committing, changes might be unsaved. Okay, so let's go app high here, run. Let's do date, test, description. Let's say that this is a item, size, medium, cost, 10. Add, we should get an error here. Perfect, we got the error. You guys see the error? I don't think you can. No, probably not. So we got the error of invalid format. I'll Control C so you guys can see. Right, so if I run this. So now if I go date 2025 dash 3-25, 23, description, item, size, medium, cost, 10, 15, we'll say. Let's say this item costs us $10.15. If we add this, we should see it. Boom. The connection has to commit, not the cursor. Do you call commit on the con or the cursor? Shoot, so we have to go DB manager class, add item to inventory. So .con.commit. So now if we go back to app.py, run. Go here, date 2025-03-23. Description is an item. Size is medium, cost is 10, 15, 14. Ready? Here we go. That got added in. Perfect. Item added to inventory was the message we got at the bottom. You guys can't see it here. I'll drag it over. There you guys, you see it. Item added to inventory. The message that we returned back. Can you guys see that? Yep. And then now if we go into our database here, we exit. It's not committing. I am calling commit and it is not saving DB. If you're calling commit and it isn't saving, the data, the item, the new item is appearing in my matrix now that I refreshed and added it, but it is not saving after closure or addition even. So I'm doing this. Let me see this. And calling execute on self.db on apply. Self.com.commit. Let me go to this. So it's con is my connection, db is my cursor. Commit on self.com. Is that not what I'm doing? If self.db, self.con, self.db, execute, and then self.con. Is that not what I am doing here? Yes, that's what you're doing here. It looks like correct based on your plan. Am I getting a SQLite program here? Oh, it did commit. There it is. So let's go app.py, run. Date 2025-03-23. Description test commit. Size medium, cost is 10. Let's add the item. There you go. Now let's see. DB inventory. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so it is working. Woohoo! Got it linked up. Got it linked up, boys. Feels good. All right, that's cool. So now we've got that loaded. So inventory tab. So we have inventory, add item to inventory. When we do that, we are calling refresh on the matrix. We are then refresh matrix is we try to fetch all. We delete the current matrix, and then we populate. I got a lot of ideas, so I think I want to have like some labels on the matrix itself. Like, watch this. Like, so we can return all these messages back from these functions, basically, right? We can return back success messages. And so when we return back a success of addition of items and we do a refresh, I kind of want to populate like a message here at the bottom of the matrix window or something, right here below the frame, that will say like matrix last updated on, and we'll just take a date time object right there at that refresh and then just paste it right there. And so that the user can see that it was updated on that time, and so that if there are any discrepancies, they might be able to just say, okay, it was updated 5 minutes ago, let me go ahead and just refresh or something. And then I'll have like a refresh button next to it to just manually refresh. The ideas are flowing! The ideas are flowing. Lots of stuff to implement here. So at this point in time, I think we're going to just really focus on page to page now rather than trying to scatter. We've got the basic structure for each page, but now we're going to just take inventory, polish it, finalize it, get it completely working how we want with all the features, additional stuff we want, all of the additional, buttons, all the additional, the search. We'll get that polished up, and then we'll be able to pretty much carry those over to the other two and just change some variable names around, and it'll be pretty one-to-one almost with just some different, function calls and such. So anyways, I'm going to call it here for the after hours session. I'm gonna hit the hay. Got work tomorrow, 9 to 5. So thanks so much for joining me. My name is Michael. Appreciate you guys for being here. I'm 26 years old. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work as a chemist. Been teaching myself to code after my 9 to 5 job and on the weekends for good 7-8 months now. I've built this entire GUI out of Python using Tkinter, the library that comes standard with Python. We have, a bunch of widgets in here, from frames, matrices, labels, buttons, entries, combo boxes, all sorts of stuff. And we've now successfully added in the addition of inventory items via this front end to back end database upload and then registering. And then we have also, in my previous iteration of the program, we wrote checks for making sure that these data points were correct when entered. And so what I did was I just copied those checks directly into an auxiliary Python file and just importing those in, and check size, check date, check toss, conversions of the currency conversions just got pasted in for my other program, my other iteration, and now it works pretty nicely for checking. Like, watch, if I give you a incorrect date, so ABC or whatever, add item, invalid date input required is the error I get, right, that was returned. So I'm going to try to return these messages as kind of like flags that'll come up here on the frames to indicate that it wasn't successful, and that was the error back to the user. So I'll put these errors and update them on events as little messages on the window too. So I think that will be super cool. I appreciate you guys for joining me this evening, but I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here and studying with me on the late night after hours stream. It was fun. I'm just out of my couch here. I might do this more often. I usually, after the streams, will just come out onto the couch and continue programming. I'm kind of just a loser. So I might as well just come on stream and stream it while I'm doing it. So anyways, thanks for joining me, guys. Let me know how you like the project so far. Prax, Ryan, do you guys like it so far? How does it look? Let me know. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'll just wait for your messages really fast before I head out. Doo-doo-doo. Hold on, I'm on the stream. Yeah, making very good progress, dude. Looks good, man. Awesome. Sweet, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll study again.